The girl who waited forever. She stood at the small railway station, watching the train disappear into the misty morning. He had promised her he would return. "Wait for me," he had whispered, holding her hands tightly. "No matter how long it takes, I will come back." She had smiled, wiping away a tear. "I will wait for you forever." They had grown up together in their quiet little village, running through fields, laughing under the old banyan tree, and sharing dreams about the future. But the future had arrived too soon. He had to leave for the city, chasing bigger dreams, while she stayed behind, holding on to the only dream that mattered to her, his return. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The seasons changed, and so did the world around her. But her heart remained the same. She went to the railway station every morning, watching the trains arrive and depart, hoping that one day, he would step off and call out her name. People in the village pitied her. Some laughed at her foolishness, others admired her loyalty. But she didn't care. Love, she believed, was not about time. It was about faith. Every evening, she sat under the banyan tree where they had carved their names long ago. She ran her fingers over the rough bark and whispered the same words. "I am waiting." She wrote him letters. Dozens of them. Letters filled with love, stories of home, and questions about his life in the city. But there were no replies. People told her to move on. That maybe he had forgotten. That maybe he had found someone else. She refused to believe it. He was not someone who would break a promise. Years passed. The railway station became modern, the banyan tree grew wider, and the village changed in ways she never imagined. But she remained the same girl who waited. One day, a kind stranger sat beside her at the station. "You've been coming here for years," he said. "Why do you wait?" She smiled softly. "Because he promised." The man sighed. "Life is too short to wait for someone who may never return." She looked into the distance, eyes filled with unwavering hope. "And love is too strong to give up on." One winter evening, when she was old and frail, she made her way to the station as she had done for decades. The wind was cold, and her hands trembled as she clutched her shawl. A train arrived. The doors opened. And then, she saw him. Older, his hair now streaked with silver, his eyes weary but still the same. He walked towards her, tears streaming down his face. "I'm so sorry. Life took me away, but my heart always remained here, with you." She smiled, her eyes glistening. "I told you. I would wait forever." They embraced, and at that moment, time ceased to matter. Love had won. True love is patient. It does not rush, it does not demand. It waits with faith, believing that what is meant to be will always find its way home. Some may call it foolish, but those who believe in love know the truth. Some promises are worth waiting a lifetime for.